presents at all. I want a health care bill passed. That's what I want for Christmas. Now with that, Annette, I believe you will get the first call, and then I believe Kathy said she's going to get the second call. She didn't say that. I just told her she said that. Go for it, Annette.
Caller number 1, you're on.
Yeah, I just want to let you know you're doing a great job trying to get this health care bill passed.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Keep up the fight. I support you folks. Also, they're in the Obama is holding a State of the Union address tonight where he wants to employ 30,000 more troops to Pakistan.
No, Afghanistan.
Well,
But that's okay.
he wants to send them out.
Right,
And
right.
then there was also a lady that was 19 years old that had a physical and everything was okay for her to go to the Air Force, and they denied her because she had a tattoo on her left arm. And they said that the tattoo was not appropriate. So the military is being very selective on who they want just because a person has a tattoo she was denied. I don't think that's right.
Well, I think that is denying their freedom of expression. It is wrong. But if you think that's bad, later on we're going to talk about how the United States Marines is denying health care to some of their former Marines. And when you get to hear this, you are not going to be pleased. I'm very disappointed in how they are doing this. But do you have anything further to add at this time?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You did a lot of work of getting back in the past where you've gotten WBGN back on the air, and I'm talking about the It's Alive show.
Right.
And Professor MC Square, you got his show back on here, and you also did a lot to help Ron Bruno.
Okay.
And to my
That's true.
understanding, you never even gotten a thank you from Professor MC Square or even Ron Bruno.
Well, that is true. I never got a thank you. You're right.
And also, with all your hard work and dedication that you took part in the It's Alive show of trying to get it back on here, and with Ron Bruno, you weren't even compensated.
Well, that's not the first time, and that's absolutely true. But let me further let you know that people sometimes ask me to do video projects, which of course I like doing, but I've been taken for granted. And then when I ask them for, well, I won't get into it because we're not allowed to say, but let's just say that I've dealt with people who have been very unfair to me. As far as the It's Alive show, I want to point out, not only did I help them to get back on WBGN, which people won't admit, but I did, but also, and I helped WBGN to get some help too. But in addition to all that, it needs to also be pointed out that the It's Alive show is now on a second station. So they're actually on 2 stations, which of course never happened before we did the show. So yeah, and as far as people thanking me or doing the right thing or helping me to get started in the mainstream media, that I'm not thrilled about that. But you know what? Bottom line is, just because other people don't do right, don't mean I have to do wrong. And I thank you for pointing that out, because I don't think my audience realizes how I've been looked over. But I will say this, and I want this to be public. If people think that I'm not going to be eventually on the mainstream media, they're wrong. As far as the networks are concerned, I will be on one of your stations, because the bottom line is this. And I'm not advertising, I'm not asking for a job, but the bottom line is this: I'm not going to quit. If I can sing a song when I sound like a cow in heat, you better believe I can get on NBC. Because the bottom line is, I make fun of my singing because I know I sound terrible. But I got the point across, didn't I? Congress people seem like zeros. I don't know about you, but not doing what they need to do, yeah, they seem like they're worthless. They're not worthless. They seem worthless. I don't know about that, Chris. What do you think? You think that when Congress don't do right, you think they seem like they're number one, or do you think they seem like, well, not so good?
I think it's below zero.
Oh, well, that's even worse.
And-
Woohoo!
and-
Go ahead, Chris.
And another thing is, when people aren't doing their part in contacting their state senators,
Right. Or their
they're in the
federals.
same category as zero.
Well, we do need people to get moving. But on that, I will talk to you soon, Chris, and hopefully I'll see you tonight. And by the way, Chris,
Yes.
you will be back on this show in the future, and that is final. Got it?
Got it.
All right.
See you
We're going to
later,
move
Chris.
on. And before we get to caller number 2, because I do need to get to caller number 2, I almost forgot because I got a comb over. Sometimes you make you forget.
Thanks for calling, Chris.
Thank you for calling, Chris. My comb over makes me forget sometimes. I don't know what it is. I don't know, America. Yeah. By the way, if you're out there watching this show, America, people in Pittsburgh, and you believe I should be on mainstream TV, and you think that I'm entertaining and funny, and you think that I bring in important information, let the networks know. Get the guy with the comb over on TV here. But in all seriousness here, I will let you know that Donna Weiss, one of our co-hosts, is sick today, and she could not make it, but she wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. And the two ladies here have some other holidays they were going to say happy something. So
Happy Hanukkah.
I can't hear you. They can't
Happy
hear you. Look at
Hanukkah.
them. What are you looking at me for?
I didn't look at
I
you.
always feel like I'm out of a Costello movie with you.
Oh, Lord.
Well, look at them and say
Happy
something
Hanukkah,
here.
everybody.
I didn't hear you.
I said Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Okay. And what do you have to say?
Merry Christmas.
And what about Happy Kwanzaa?
I didn't know about that one.
And have a great Ramadan. Now with that, don't you have like a call to get?
Oh, caller number 2, you're
Yeah,
on the
look
air.
at them, not me.
I just,
You're on the air, caller number 2.
Okay, how you doing, Castle? This is Glenn.
How you doing, Glenn?
Hi, Glenn.
hello, Glenn.
I'm working to keep up the good work and keep up the fight.
Oh, I'm going to keep up the fight, Glenn. I'm going to need you to help me out there, kid.
Yeah, I will. Just let me know. Just let me know.
I'm going to let you know, Glenn. I think we lost you, Glenn, but I'm going to let you know. I think your phone went out, but listen, Glenn, I do have your number. I will be calling you. And I want to make an important announcement here. Well, not an announcement, but something needs to be said. Sometimes people don't know how to go to Senate.gov. And sometimes people can't go because they don't have internet access. For all of you who want to do what I ask you to do, or you should go just because if you don't, I'm going to. But if you can't go, why do you think I give you the other phone number? You can make a call. We got to do this, America. It's about life here. But before we get into all that jazz, I made up another word. You know what I mean? Let's go with the number. I want everybody, before Saturday, every one of you call all 3 of your representatives in Washington, your United States senators and your representative. Now, you're going to have to call 3 different times if you use the phone. I know it's going to get on your last nerve, but you're talking about saving lives here, and it might be your own life you say it. The number, 1-202-225-3121. 1-202-225-3121. Now, let me just say something. I ask you to go to Senate.gov all the time. I ask you to go to House.gov all the time. But I will be very honest with you. If you go there, it takes a little time. It might take you maybe 8 minutes to get everything done. But if you go to www.thepetitionsite.com and you look up the petitions and you sign up to be having them sent to you. Now, signing a petition for healthcare, guess how long it takes? About 20 seconds. 20 seconds of your life could save a life. But, you know, we're going to get ready to go to another tape rule. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to warn you, this one is deep. Remember how we had fun and we looked like we was drunk? This one is the opposite. It is hardcore, deep, and serious. It might even make you cry. Before we get to that, America, Pittsburgh and America, understand this. There are people